Welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. I'm Enosh's grandma, and I say yes, release the Snyder cut.
Yeah, you already know. Accountability is greater than entertainment. For sure it is. Poindexter Lounge, I see you out there, player. I see you. Keep up the good work. Keep doing what you do.
They're trying. Let me just break it down for you like this. I can summarize everything up in simply 2 words. You lost.
Ooh.
That's it. That's it.
Good evening, ladies, and good evening, gents. I'd like to welcome you to this event.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it is good to have you with me in the lounge tonight because it's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a hot one. I'm just telling you right now, get ready for it because I'm fired up, and I'm telling you right now, when I'm fired up, you all know that stuff happens, and I don't back down, and I'm fired up. I'm a little fired up right now, but it is good to have you with me in the lounge. And look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and my crew can get together and talk about all the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, the Snyder cut, the Ayer cut, any other cut that we darn well want to talk about on any given day, and it's none of your business if you don't want to talk about it, because that's what we're talking about here. And if you want to stick around and you want to hear our opinions, that's fine too, because we'll hear your opinions, we'll hear you out, but don't come at us, man, because you know what? It don't work that way, because we love to talk about those things, and this is a safe place for us to talk about those things. And I don't mean in a way that we won't take you on, because we will. Because that's what it's come down to as Snyder fans, as fans of the DCEU, as fans of DC defending what is right. And so, hey, if those are things that get your blood pumping like it gets my blood pumping, and I know Truth is probably in the background laughing and cheering right now, because that's what he does. But hey, if those are things that get you pumping too, get your blood going, then hey, then you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. You're going to want to hit that notification bell, because you're going to want to know when we tackle this stuff. You're going to want to know when we put out new videos, because we do lots of cool stuff on this channel, and we talk about lots of fun stuff on this channel, and I would love to have you here. So this is my personal invite to you to please become a subscriber to the channel. We've got some other things about the channel that I'm going to talk about in just a couple minutes. But first of all, I'd like to introduce my 2 guests for the evening as we talk about having to defend. I can't believe that here we are in 2020, we have the Snyder cut coming, and we still find ourselves having to defend the DCEU, the Snyder cut, the Ayer cut, and whatever else. But you know what? I got just the people to do it, ladies and gentlemen, because with me, you love him, I love him, Cylon Scotty really loves him, and is president of his fan club. But here he is, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the deep, dark desert. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian, Master of None. What's up, Brian?
Not much. I didn't notice that the Grandma Enosh had the Sultans of Swing in the background. I'm sitting there like,
Heck yeah, it does, man.
I love that experience, man.
Oh, because Grandma's awesome like that. Actually, I was at a party this summer, and we had stuff playing on in the background, but still, yeah, it's still cool because Grandma's still cool. Actually, my grandma managed all kinds of bands and groups in the late 60s, early 70s. Nice. Out in Vegas, not too far from where you are, where I was born. And so, Grandma's pretty cool and hip like that. So good to have you on the panel tonight, Mr. Master of None.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Absolutely. And a guy who hasn't been here in just a little while, and I don't know why that is. No big reason why. Just we haven't connected in a while, but I always love having him here. He's always one of my favorite guests to have here on the channel. You love him. I love him. And you know what? We don't get anywhere without him, because, hey, the truth is the truth. And the truth is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes I tackle a subject where it's like, I need the truth. I need the truth on my side, and tonight I have the truth on my side. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the panel, The Truth 31. What's going on, Truth?
What's going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? Always a pleasure, Enosh, to have me, you, Brian. Always a pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Good to have you here, man. For sure. All right. So, guys, it is 2020. And we're still having to deal with this crap. What the heck? Now, look, before we jump in, I do want to say a quick shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and everyone who gives a super chat or anything during or gives via PayPal or whatever. If you give to the channel in any way, thank you so much, because it is greatly appreciated. We love you all, and I just want to say thank you. Sometimes you just got to say thank you. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Also, don't forget, we do have memberships now. Here are the members of the channel. Look at these guys. Aren't they awesome? Look at these names that we have up here. These are awesome people who support the channel. And look, when you support the channel, you get bonuses, man. You get little things that you can't get anywhere else. And you're going to get something this weekend. Actually, if you become a member or you're a Patreon supporter, videos before anybody else sees them. There are levels where you get personal one-on-one streams with me. All kinds of fun stuff like that. I mean, there's even a level. Tony's at a level, man, where he gets a t-shirt every month. He gets a t-shirt every month. Like literally at some point I'm going to have to come up with new t-shirts, because he's literally going to have every t-shirt that we have. So I'm going to have to come up with t-shirts that are just specifically for members at that level. I mean, it could be this t-shirt, this Zero Credibility t-shirt. It could be our Doomcock t-shirt. It could be that. Or, ladies and gentlemen, it could be any one of these awesome, wonderful t-shirts that you can find in the link in our description down at our store in the description below. And so, hey, thank you to everyone who supports the channel. Like I said, we never beg and ask you for that. But if you do love the channel and you want to support it in some way, then we do appreciate it. And to show you that we appreciate it, if you do give something to the channel, we do a giveaway every month. And so this month we have this right here, which is the Matrix Trilogy on Blu-ray, along with the Animatrix as a separate DVD companion. And if you give in the super chats, or you become a Patreon supporter or a member of the channel, you're in the running for this set right here. And I would love to send this set to you. So consider becoming a member today. All right. Now, that being said, hey guys, we're also did you guys know also we're offering each broadcast as a podcast now?
Awesome.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. You can go to anchor.fm and you can find the Point Extra Lounge. But I mean, you can find the Point Extra Lounge now. Once they distribute it, we'll be on all the major networks and stuff. I mean, you can find us on what is it, the Apple Store or whatever, all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Nice.
iTunes, the iTuneses for the kids, because the kids loves the iTunes
and the Spotify's.
Yeah.
The Spotify's,
SoundClouds.
all that fun stuff. They take care of all that. I don't have to take care of any of it. And so you will be able to start finding this. That way you can, you can put it on whatever you want to put it on, and you can take it with you and listen to it while you're in the car, have fun, share it with your grandma. I share it with my grandma, and look at her, man. Now she's a Snyder cultist too. So there you go. All right. That being said, all that stuff aside, I do want to say a shout out to people who are here. I'm thankful for everyone who's here. Who do we got here so far? We got Ray's Collection in the house. Says, hello, bro. Hope you're good. I'm good, man. Hope I'm very good. Christopher Barker says, Enosh, I'm ditching comics. I'm realizing I'm hoarding too much crap. Sacrifices must be made. No, man, you just find a new spot. Don't you know, man? Like, I'm running out of room for all my toys, man. But you know what? Then it's amazing how space opens up. You find a cabinet, you find someplace else to store stuff, and all of a sudden a whole new world. A whole new world, a new fantastic place to hoard, putting your stuff over here and over there, finding more room. That's right. You can find it too. What's up, Barcelona B? Always good to see Barcelona B.
Hello, Barcelona.
Heck yeah. Geeks Cosmics Entertainment says smash that like button to the Point Extra Lounge. Always. Thank you guys so much.
Cosmic?
Yes, Arkham Gaming says, hi, how's your day going? Do you think Matt Reeves' trilogy, he will introduce Robin, then he will become Nightwing in the last movie and will lead into the Nightwing movie?
Interesting.
That's good. Barcelona B says Matt Reeves' Nightwing would be fire. Fire. Where's Anthony when we need it? All right. Who else in here? Alex, the filmmaker, says, what's up, Enosh? What's up, Alex? Dr. Fate says, Poindexter, do you think Lex transferred his consciousness? Yes, I do. I don't know. I just had the sneaking suspicion I had for the last few years. And, maybe we'll find out. Jacob Bloody says, what's up? What is up, Enosh? What's up, Jacob? Good to see you tonight, sir. That's right, geeks. Everyone is welcome at the Poindexter Lounge, whether or not you're watching the channel, watching the videos, or listening via the podcast. We love you all, and we're glad to have you here for our cast. Music Man, good to see you. Says, how are you, Enosh? I'm really looking forward to this conversation. Me too, man. I'm ready to go. And Eric Brandon says, get him, Enosh V. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Yeah, heck yeah, we are. Igor Snowden says, yo. Gavin Cooley is here, says, release the Mark Webb cut.
Yes, please.
Heck yeah. Igor, I'm down with this. Release the Beatty cut of Dick Tracy. But that was already kind of the original one that came out, wasn't it? I don't remember any controversy about that. I mean, Warren Beatty was all over that movie of Dick Tracy. I mean, when he produced it. I mean, what do you think, Truth?
I've never seen it, actually. Like, I know of it, but I've just never seen it.
oh man, dude, you got to see that movie. You know what? I gotta say, it's definitely, it's its own thing, but man, you got to see it.
Yeah,
you got to see it. Darth Tasty says, "What's up, everyone? Good to see you, Darth Tasty. I love Darth Tasty."
What's up?
Movie Watcher says, "Lego's Joker was planned for a while. The Hot Toys Nightmare Batman had the Joker card on his gun, same as in BVS." There you go. I love some knowledge coming in here. Or Leto's Joker was planned for a while. Yeah. Okay, I see what you guys were having a conversation here because Christopher said the Snyder Cut no longer exists with Jared Leto's Joker now being in the Snyder Cut. It's a completely different film. As Lex Luthor would say, wrong. I'm not going to be as mean as Lex Luthor would be because I'm not like that. But honestly, what you got to realize, guys, is a couple things. One, there was an original plan for Justice League, and Zack did that. Then that was taken away, and now we are getting something even bigger and better than what we could have ever hoped for. So it's I would say it's Zack Snyder's Justice League plus.
Yeah,
I mean, we're getting 4 hours. We're getting 4 hours. The movie wasn't going to be 4 hours when it came out, so you gotta dig it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you gotta tip the cap.
Igor says Mark Knopfler, underrated guitarist. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
He is adding new scenes, man. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all, man. Sorry. If you try to convince me that that's a bad thing, I don't know. I mean, how adding new scenes is a bad thing.
Yeah, the more the merrier, really.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
absolutely. Darth Tasty says the truth shall set you free, and that's why the truth is here.
Hello, Darth Tasty.
Heck yeah, we're gonna get through this quick. Hunter Iggy says Poindexter, Moon Knight is a wannabe Batman. I don't really know that much about Moon Knight, to be quite honest with you, but I hear that he's very much like Marvel's version of Batman. We'll see. Amparo, good to see you here tonight. Says may the truth be with you.
Thank you, Amparo.
Heck yeah. Rel, one of our wonderful Patreon supporters.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Enosh and Brian? Let's see. And I think we might. Oh, Astro says, "Hey, I made it. Good to see you." Andrew Casale says, "Even though Christopher Reeve is my Superman, I enjoy." I'm gonna guess, yeah, it's Cavill. I enjoyed Cavill, absolutely. See, and that's the thing we're gonna talk about tonight. There's room for all of it.
Multiverse, baby.
Absolutely. Movie Watchman says Cavill is great. Aaron Entertainment says we want the hashtag Enosh cut. Oh, I don't think you're ready for that, Jelly.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, because it would all be in there.
It's gonna be jalapeno jelly. Hot.
Hot. 187 says Batwoman looks epic. Gavin Cooley says, are Titans getting a bigger budget now that they're on HBO Max? I don't know, but maybe they're getting Red Hood. I'll tell you that. And Nightwing this coming season. Cristiano says, "How's it going, guys? Good." Il Divino Vega says, "What's good, everyone?"
What's good?
Heck yeah. Music Man says, "Oh heck yeah, I love Dick Tracy." So see, Helder says, "Yo Enosh, I'm taking the Zack Snyder Justice League 2 rumors with a grain of salt." You got to take everything with a grain of salt, but you know what? I would not doubt that at this point. I think that we're going to see them move forward with it. And then finally, Classic Comics says, "I don't see Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight, Mark Spector, but he's a good actor, so hopefully it'll work." Hey, you know what? I love that positivity. And then 2 more entered the chat. Captain James Biggins, love it. Poindexter Lounge. I am ready for the CW shows and to finish Supernatural show. Me too, for sure. And Ronan Unleashed says, "I love Dick too, bro." So there you go. Dylan says, "What up, Enosh and True 31?" And then Ronan explains. Dick Tracy, I mean. So there you go. All right.
Even better.
So that's where we're at. So guys, let me ask you a question, and I pose this to everyone in the chat as well, everyone who's here. So you ever just had a day, you're minding your own darn business, just going through life, just loving life, loving stuff, being a happy person, being a positive person, looking forward to the Snyder Cut, loving all of DC and all of its many incarnations, whether it be the Christopher Reeve Superman, whether it even be the Val Kilmer Batman, maybe even loving just a little smidge of the Batman and Robin, right? Because you liked Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, or you liked a part of it, and you're just loving life. Chris O'Donnell was amazing as Robin. He was good as Robin no matter what, right?
I love the whole thing.
Heck yeah.
Robin was amazing.
You loved Super Friends. I mean, how can you not love Super Friends growing up? When I was a kid, I loved Super Friends. You're just going about your day, and then all of a sudden somebody smashes the door down and yells at you and calls you an idiot simply because you also appreciate Zack Snyder and you appreciate his vision for the DCEU, and the fact that you have said anything positive, anything whatsoever regarding the Snyder Cut or Man of Steel or BVS, even the Ultimate Edition. It doesn't matter to these people. They just don't care. They just gonna hate you anyways. But they just smash down your door, tell you what an idiot you are, and then proceed to just bash you one side up the other, because there's no way that we can exist in a world where 2 people have a differing opinion and actually get along.
It's like being a fan of CBS Star Trek, man.
Oh my gosh! So
it's a tough road to hoe, my friend.
So tell me, guys, can you relate with that at all?
Of course, it's the internet.
Yeah.
Like, what else do you expect?
Yeah, no, like I said, it's like being a Star Trek fan of the new stuff. It's not a very popular place to be, I guess.
No, and I tell you what, guys, I'm a pretty positive person. You know what I mean? I'm a pretty positive person. I try to keep it on the positive tip there. But I'm getting to a point, and I think I done got there, that I'm just done. I'm done listening to the garbage. I'm done giving anybody the time of day to just, like, I'm not one. You guys know me. What's up, Zeroh Fett? Yo. Good to see you, brother. But like, I don't here at the channel, I don't block a lot of people. I don't put a lot of people in timeout. I don't do all that stuff. But I'm just kind of getting to the point where I'm tired of listening.
Right.
I mean, can you guys relate with that? I mean, Truth, I see a lot of your posts on Instagram, dude, and you're bringing the fire left and right. You see, you're acting all chill right now and all cool. But I see those posts, man. Hey, people are seeing those posts, Truth. And you ain't so cool and calm on Insta. All right. So why don't you tell us how you feel, sir?
Well, luckily for me, I don't have to deal with all the BS that people come at me with. Like, luckily, I have people who rock with me, who I built my own little, community where people actually like the Snyder Cut. They love BVS. They love Man of Steel. But occasionally, you always have those douchebags who want to come at me, and I use a lot of charged language, let's just say. And,
Yes, you do. I've heard it.
yeah. And they don't mess with me anymore because either either I block them or I just make them look stupid, so they usually just disappear into the night. But yeah. But yeah, it's like, I don't know why. First of all, if you're gonna come at me with some stupid stuff, like that's a big mistake, first of all. And second of all, like, don't say, if you don't like the Snyder Cut, if you don't like Man of Steel, if you don't like BVS, then don't watch it.
Yeah, disengage.
Yeah, you don't have to watch it. No one's forcing you to watch these movies. I don't know, and no one's gonna force you to watch the Snyder Cut. I feel sorry for you because you're gonna miss one fucking epic movie, but you don't have to watch it. Simple as that. Just disengage.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
That's how I feel, man. That's how I
It's
feel.
something I said all my prey.
Oh my god.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Where I'm at.
Oh, the fact of the matter is given current knowledge of what we do know about the Snyder Cut and how it was basically meddled with to oblivion, and that's why those movies weren't. Because aside from, I love Man of Steel, but BVS I did not like.
Right.
The first run through. The Ultimate Edition made it a lot better, but I feel like there was stuff that they wanted to put in but was missing, and I think they're not giving it a chance, and that's it's I don't know if it's like a cultural thing, because what's been going on now, it goes with Star Wars, you know what I mean? Anything that Disney puts out right now, they're going to crap all over, and that's even Marvel, to a certain extent.
Heck yeah.
So it's I don't know, it's I feel like it's not going to go away anytime soon, but their arguments are so hollow that they can be taken apart, just instantly. So what they do is when they lose, they start going personal. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you're just stupid. Okay, fine, I won. So that's what that is.
Yeah, exactly. And that we're going to get into that because I'm going to talk to you about a little personal exchange that I had this week with a gentleman, and I use that term loosely. But Aaron Entertainment here says, "Do not mess with Lord Enosh." Right. And I love Jordan here. Jordan says, "Enosh shall punch down the haters just like he did with Doomcock." And if you wonder what he means by that, Jordan sent me this wonderful video.
What are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Heck yeah.
Oh.
Heck yeah, I am.
Sorry, I
Heck yeah, I am.
calm down. That was a good one.
Heck yeah. And so today, I just want to share with you guys some stuff. So first of all, I want to share with you. So this is what started the whole controversy. I'm on the Book of Face, and sometimes that's not always the greatest choice. But you got to be on the socials. You got to be able to connect with family and friends and everything. And so I'm part of a lot of private groups, and most of the groups that I'm in are pretty cool. Most of the groups that I'm in, people are very respectful. People are very nice. Every once in a while, some idiot all of a sudden decides that he's going to take on everyone and just stir the pot. And that's what happened in a Superman group that I'm in this week. And when it happened, this person shared this Forbes article from back in September. And I had missed this back in September. And I don't know, did you guys have a chance to see this?
I saw it. I didn't have a chance to read it, though.
Yeah, it's called "The Future of Superman on Film Must Embrace Evolution Over Nostalgia" by Shiraz Faruqi.
By the way, he's a big DC supporter. Love Superman.
Well, awesome. Well, I like him then. But apparently these people in this Facebook group, and I'm not going to show names on the Facebook group. I'm just going to read you some of the back and forth that we had because I don't want to, I'm not here to out anybody. I'm not here to get anybody, canceled or, get a bunch of people to go over and give the guy a hard time. But I am going to share with you a little bit of the back and forth that we face. So, first of all, he says here, few superheroes have the cultural and historical significance of Superman. The 82-year-old character is a staple of American pop culture and has had a worldwide impact through many mediums. First gracing the comic pages in 1938, the Man of Steel made his way into the world of feature films. From the unmatchable charisma, charm, and smile of Christopher Reeve's Superman to the humble, stoic, and heroic nature of Henry Cavill's Superman, the character has had an incredible history in cinema, yet in that history, there have been gaps and pitfalls in the character's legacy on film, and it boils down to evolution and nostalgia. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing because it gets pretty long, but here's his first point is respect Christopher Reeve. Do not replicate him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't feel that we can replicate Christopher Reeve at this point. I totally agree with this point.
Yeah.
Because we've tried that already. They did that with Superman Returns and
Yeah.
Brandon Routh. And look, I love Brandon Routh, and I loved him in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I thought that worked. It didn't work in the movie Superman Returns. It was too much. It was too much pandering. It was too much trying to recreate Christopher Reeve to the point where it didn't even give Brandon Routh a chance to even be himself.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he goes on here to talk about how Superman the movie is still to this day the archetype of the perfect superhero film, origin story, and the quote from President of Marvel, Kevin Feige, says that we watch it before we make almost any of our films, and that's cool, right? I mean that's fine, and I love Superman the movie. I love Superman 2. Look, I even love and defend Superman 3 all day long. Superman 4, I still like. I can't throw Superman 4 under the bus. I know there's lots of people who hate it and will just kill it and whatever. But you know what? I still love it. And right,
Sure.
and that I want you to remember that, because that flies in the face of the garbage that I got put in my face this week. Because I still love those things. But guys, as much as I acknowledge the fact that I love Christopher Reeve and I love those movies, I'm also of the understanding that we have to move forward. You can't have the same exact carbon copy every time you make a Superman movie.
Sure.
You can't just say, well, Christopher Reeve is just the it, and that's all we're gonna do now. It just doesn't work that way. And that will not work. And I like how this article also brings up Batman, talking about how, look, it seems like with Batman, we don't have this problem. They keep redefining Batman every time they make a new Batman movie. Whether you got the
I think
Adam.
we're used to it at that point, right?
Yeah. I mean, you go all the way back to Adam West. You got Adam West Batman, which people still consider Batman. I still consider Batman. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
You had the Dark Knight, so you had this recreation of Batman as the Dark Knight, and the Michael Keaton movie, which we're getting Michael Keaton back. Oh my gosh,
Fantastic. I love it.
Such a great time to be a DC fan.
Yeah.
But we're getting Michael Keaton back. But then even the Val Kilmer's version was slightly different. It was a little
It's kind of like almost like a reboot a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit a reboot within still the same kind of continuity, right?
Yeah.
And then
everywhere.
Then you had Batman and Robin, which I'm not really sure what they were doing there. That just was kind of all over there. But then you had Batman Begins and the Nolan trilogy, and it completely redefined it again. You know, and then just when you thought that that was going to be the end all and the best, here comes Ben Affleck, and oh my gosh, just takes it over, man. And like I love it's like a race where they pass the baton from one to another, and we're all racing together. We're all racing for the same goal, but every runner is going to be a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
Every runner is going to have a different stride. Every runner is going to have a different way of approaching the race. And you need that, because every runner can't just go full out. You need some runners who can go long distances and have a nice steady pace. You need some runners who can sprint and really try to get to the finish line. And it takes all different kinds, right? And so that's what we see with Batman. And now we've got Robert Pattinson. And hey, I'm willing to give Robert Pattinson a fair shake and let him do his job as well. But with Superman, no. We still have these people who literally want Superman to be the same kind of character that he was in 1938, all throughout the Silver Age, and not have changed. That they want him to be this goody two shoes who doesn't face any challenges whatsoever. And look, One of the things that I loved about Man of Steel, guys, and I'd love to hear your opinion. I read the comics, right? I love the reboot that John Byrne did in 1986 with his Man of Steel series. It was great. It gave us a new, fresh take on Superman as Clark being the main person, Clark being the main focus, with Superman being the mask that he wears to perform his duties in public. And that's awesome, because Clark has to deal with real life situations. Clark has to deal with rejection. Clark has to deal with being alienated in the world that he's in. Clark has to deal with his aging parents, and sometimes, you know, his dead parents. And Clark has to deal with whether or not the woman that he loves really loves him, or does she love his alter ego?
And by the way, this was all covered in Smallville as well. They dealt with all these issues about, you know, becoming an alien, you know, like, does humanity accept me? Like, does Lois love me for me? Does Lana Lang love me for me? Like, all of this was dealt with in, like, I think it was 11 seasons, and it was phenomenal. And no one complained about that, but for some reason, Zack Snyder does it well, by the way. And all of a sudden, everyone is having a temper tantrum. It's like, calm down, man. Should have said annoying.
I think it was, I don't know, maybe some jealousy involved. Because when Man of Steel came out, that was like when Zack Snyder was on fire. Like, you know, he had The Watchmen, he had 300. So he was like, oh my God, Zack Snyder's just doing everything. So I mean, I can understand, you know, not necessarily understand, but I suppose I could see where they're coming from, I guess. But no, I mean, all the television shows for Superman. I mean, that includes Lois and Clark.
Look, I would even go back and say The Adventures of Superman from the 50s.
Yeah, right? with George Reeves.
With George Reeves. Say it. You got to add the S for the original guy, right? For the first guy, and that's another thing that people get wrong is it's George Reeves and Superman, Clark, or I should say,
and Christopher
Reeve, not Reeves. I know it's okay. It's okay. But I always think it's funny when somebody like comes at me with like bashing me over the head with something and they call him Reeves, and it's like, shut up.
Is there more than one of them?
Must be. But here's the thing, because George Reeves played both Clark and Superman the same way. So Clark Kent back then was not the bumbling, nerd guy. He was a very cool reporter for a daily metropolitan newspaper. For God's sake, that bumbling kind of guy was something that was specifically for Superman the movie.
Thank you, Richard Donner.
And that was great. And it's fine. It's a different take. But that doesn't mean that every iteration now of Clark Kent, that Superman should be the main guy, because who in the world would be Superman all the time?
Well, I get to the verisimilitude part, and Richard Donner was huge on that. If you watch the special features for Superman the movie, he talks about it a lot, and it's realism. And in order to do that, and yes, every superhero movie since then has embraced that realism, or has just become silly. You know what I mean? The movies that don't embrace that realism, nobody watches. It's I don't know. Are you going to complain about Fantastic Four, especially if they recast, which I hope they do? I mean,
most likely they will.
But you have the Human Torch playing Captain America, so it's like you've got characters that are playing different characters in the same quote unquote universe or space.
Yeah.
So it's like I just don't understand it. If you're going to be a comic book fan, why pick that hill to die on?
Now, look, I knew that this guy was going to come in here because I know that he's and I see him back here. He's drinking he's slurping on a beverage back there. He's got a straw in his mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Poindexter Lounge. He was just here over the weekend. He was in this very room. He was right next to me, right there. Looking right there, folks. Right there where I'm pointing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Zeverfet.
What's up?
What's happening?
What's up,
y'all?
What's going on?
And look, I'm gonna say this. Ryan and I think bonded more on this trip Like more than anything, man. I can't give him a hard time anymore. I can't keep teasing him.
We shared the bed. It was remarkably warmer than I thought it would be.
At least that side of the table. Okay. What's up, Ryan? Good to have you here, man.
Oh man, what are you guys talking about? Y'all, I heard Brian was talking about somebody dying on a hill. So I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, we're just talking about we're talking about this Forbes article that came out a couple months ago because I got into an interesting discussion about this week on Facebook with some people who basically told me I don't know who Superman is. Superman should always be the same. Christopher Reeve should be just the only version or iteration of Superman that should ever be from now on. That Man of Steel is total garbage. That all this. And they even attacked my profession because how could I possibly enjoy Man of Steel where he openly murders Zod and still call myself any kind of God-fearing man at all?
What?
Oh yes, this person got deep and kind of creepy, to be quite honest with you. Like apparently they went pretty deep on my Facebook page, and
so I would argue that they didn't change Cal, but they did change Zod, and so this version of Cal had to deal with not a Terrence Stamp. He had to deal with a Michael Shannon, which is that's the difference in character that you have to change your how you address or how you're going to relate or how you're going to try to, because Zod didn't care about that when he came to, he wanted to take it over, like any, evil being or whatever, but Michael didn't want to take it over. He wanted to change it. And in his way of thinking, he wanted to start a new Krypton, on the ashes of the beings that are on this planet. That wasn't Terrence's idea. He wanted to rule through fear, rule through terror.
Totally different motivations.
Yeah, different motivations. So his resolve had to be different. So whoever's saying that stuff is completely uninformed and shouldn't be speaking.
But it's interesting. It's interesting to me. So we're just kind of going over this Forbes thing here, and so I want to bring this back up. Because and here I'll bring Ryan back up here since his face is in there. I'll bring him just above the comments there. There you go. But so okay, back to the article. So basically, it talks about the whole thing. It talks about how basically the critics failed Man of Steel because all they did was go back to the Christopher Reeve thing, and he says the critical reception of Man of Steel and its sequel, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, paint a story worth analyzing. Glancing through the Rotten Tomatoes page of both films, there is a common thread line of pointing out the lack of humor, the apparent absence of fun, and the lack of a Christopher Reeve feel. While the earlier 2 points are debatable to the eye of the critics, the last point is why the critics failed these films.
But look at the Brandon Routh Superman. They tried that recipe.
Yes.
And it didn't work. And
and
I would argue
you weren't listening, were you?
No. I was on I jumped from Zod's show and then I had to go with the wife and then I came back and
that's all right. That's all right.
You got my full attention.
Right.
But with the Brandon Routh thing, the reason why that failed is because they tried the same avenue, which is real estate. They were like, let's have Lex Luthor. This is his motivation, and I just didn't dig it. And then also, his 6-year-old son, just that wasn't a really good dynamic. The person they cast for Lois wasn't a good fit. They had the girl that played in the movie Rise of Skywalker, the girl that played the girl in the golden helmet. What's her name? The girl that Oscar Isaac liked.
Oh, Kerry Russell.
Oh, Kerry Russell. Yes.
She was doing readings with Brandon Routh, and they didn't go with her. They went with the other lady,
Kate Bosworth.
She would have been great, Kerry Russell. Damn.
She would, and the chemistry was better, from what I hear. I think she would have stole the show. I think it would have been better.
Me too. For sure, me too.
I mean, I love Brandon Routh. I like that he's on the CW doing his thing there, and I like that they let him wear the tights again. And I would love to see him in Zack Snyder's universe as well. I would have loved to have seen him as like Hank Henshaw, That would have been cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, because
dude.
that's how people can like.
Dude,
get
you are
confused.
speaking some. You're almost like you're almost like the truth. You're not the truth, but you're Zeroh Fett, but you're speaking some truth right there, man. That would be some killer.
Because when I was a kid in the '90s reading the comic books, I was like, how could they confuse this guy? That's how you can confuse, the Cyborg for being Superman, because you know that guy's Superman. So it's like, oh, how do people, he puts glasses on. Oh, he's Clark, and nobody can recognize him. But in this way, that's how us, the audience, can see that is Superman, but it's not. So and he could play a villain, which he did in that one movie.
That would be somebody get on that. Somebody get on that. But hey, you know what we're gonna get on? Jeremy Harris right here for the $2 super chat.
Awesome.
Man of Steel is
Yes,
heck yeah. He says Man of Steel is still my favorite movie to this day.
That's
awesome, Jeremy. I love Jeremy. Jeremy's a longtime watcher of the channel, so thank you, Jeremy, for sure. No, that's inspired casting though. The very idea of that, man, is
because they're roughly the same age, they're roughly the same height. And yeah, Gavin's got the avatar right there. I mean, I love Hank Henshaw.
Me too. When done well.
Even when he's a Yellow Lantern.
Right. Yeah. There you go. So moving on here in this, it just talks about how, look, you can't have the same thing. It brings up Deborah Snyder's quote. It says, someone said, it's so dark. Deborah Snyder said to Forbes about Superman in 2016. I go, well, is it dark? He's going through real problems that we go through as people every day. To me, that's not dark. That's life. We're complicated people, and we're making him in that way more relatable.
Yeah.
And that's
in Christopher Reeve's era, our parents left the doors unlocked.
Yes.
In Henry Cavill's era, our doors are locked, and we don't really congregate with our neighbors that much. Even.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my neighbors across
Yeah.
the street, which are fantastic, but neighbors on either side of me, one's very cordial, the other one's they're renters, so I don't know them very well. And people just are more what do I want to say? Not inclusive, but inverted. Not inverted. Introverted. Introverted.
I wouldn't talk about that one either. Holy crap!
A lot of times you have
either.
like temporary housing, like you rent a place and then you move, so you don't really have time to get to know your neighbors and stuff like that. So it's
right.
Yes.
There's not as much permanence as there was.
A member.
Welcome, brother.
Let's see. Awesome. I didn't give. You know what? Amparo. Let's see. What am I going to give you? I got to give you something.
Free tickets
good.
to a cruise.
Free tickets to a cruise. Free tickets to a cruise. I'm gonna give you the old Brandon Routh here.
Hi everyone in the Poindexter Lounge. I hope you enjoyed Legends of Tomorrow, and thanks for watching. Thank you.
There you go. So thank you, Amparo. You're awesome. Thank you so much for becoming our latest member here on the channel, and I'm so glad to have you for sure. And I will say this.
This is so wizard, Andy.
I forgot they said it's so wizard. That's so funny.
Heck yeah. You're awesome, Amparo. I love Amparo. She's awesome.
They did use wizard in New Hope.
Yes.
When they were talking about, okay. Yeah, they did when they were talking about Obi-Wan. Oh, he's just some crazy old, wizard and the blah, blah, blah.
That wizard's a crazy old man.
There you go. That was the crazy old man. Thank you, Brian. Oh,
I don't think those words mean the same thing that you're saying, but okay. Yeah. So, anyways, best take Ryan. That's a new one. See, Ryan makes one trip up to the Poindexter Lounge, and all of a sudden he gets a new name. He's best take Ryan. What a bad take, Ryan. I love it. All right. So to finish off this article, it says, for Superman to truly thrive, the character must be allowed to evolve in the same way Batman or Spider-Man evolved from iteration to iteration. We talked about that just a minute ago. If audiences and critics can accept that Tom Holland is a different Spider-Man from Tobey Maguire, well, maybe Andrew Casale can't. I don't know. I love you, Andrew. Andrew loves Tobey Maguire, and so we'll give him that.
I do too. He's great.
Me too. I really do too. I can also see that Robert Pattinson is a different Batman than Adam West. Surely we should understand Henry Cavill is different than Christopher Reeve. And then it just goes on to say, hey, you know, he's going to be Henry Cavill is slated to appear in Zack Snyder's Justice League. You know, and there's no current plans for a Superman film, but hopefully
there will be soon.
Hopefully there will be.
Somebody signed some contracts.
That's what we hear.
The reception of the Justice League, I'm sure.
Right.
They're going to restart this candle butter. It's going down.
Heck yeah. Well, you know, they're not going to put this much money into something that's just going to die.
Hey, it's our farewell.
yeah. Just wanted to say bye, guys. With $70 million.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. All right. So I say that because I'm not going to show my Facebook page and the people involved. But so this is what I found in one of the Superman groups that I'm in. And it basically just said, it had a copy of the article posted, and it said, wow, that was a garbage opinion piece. What the author fails to grasp is that Superman isn't Batman. That, quote, worked for that movie, won't work for Superman. There are certain aspects of the character that must remain true in order to be the character of Superman. He seems to confuse the poorly written script of Man of Steel that ignores the fundamental character traits of idealistic basic values with nostalgia that attempts to imitate the performance by Reeve. Cavill could be in a decent Superman film if he was given a script that was written that respected the fundamentals of the character. Jeez. Now, folks, I don't usually get all hyped up on Facebook. I'll be honest with you. I do a pretty decent job of like letting that kind of ride, whatever. But it must have been just the moment that popped up for me, because I was like, oh, heck no. No, you got to be kidding me. Like, seriously, we're still now. I mean, we got the Snyder cut coming. We've had these discussions. You're still going to tell me that there's a world where people just can't just accept Man of Steel as a good Superman movie.
And I've seen this argument over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't think so. I'm thinking like, okay, are they trolling or do they really feel this way?
No, what they're trying to do is capture that audience. They're trying to capture the audience that does not like it, and you're basically gonna get into this echo chamber of other people not liking it, and they're trying to draw that. There are YouTube channels out there that do the same thing. They take the
menace.
They take the position of negativity and they say, I want to draw you people who also share that sort of that feeling. And then I'm gonna squeeze money out of you.
Heck yeah. Well, but this guy said that the author of this article, which, hey, way to go, man. I support this article full on. But it says, he fails to grasp, that Superman isn't Batman. So I replied innocently, no, Mark, and I'll just say that, Mark, it seems more like that it's just you that fails to grasp that Man of Steel was a masterpiece of a movie.
Yeah, I was just doing a little quick research. 368 million between the two, and Man of Steel made more money. So
yeah.
I would say it worked.
To which another guy named Clark posted, Christopher Reeve was amazing, but the foundation of Superman was George Reeves. And he did not have all the technology and his amazing writers that Christopher Reeve had. To which I posted the meme of what's his name? Kevin Hart, kind of looking around the corner and saying what? Like, seriously, we're talking about George Reeves is the foundation of Superman in 2020. What? Look, I love George Reeve. I love George Reeve. Don't get me wrong. I love George Reeve. But come on.
I think his diapers were the biggest.
Oh my gosh.
Granny panties.
I mean,
but they look good on him. They look good on him.
Come on. And so then from there, apparently I was no longer welcome, because
is this your group?
Yeah, well, it's not my group. No, it's not my group. It's not my group. No, but another guy named John says it means that they have to tell news stories and stop caving to silly demands. And I'm thinking, hey, this guy's getting it right. Like making sure he appears in a stupid black suit just because nostalgia fans think they deserve to see it. They have to modernize the character and separate his film life from the comic life. Like, so I posted back, but that black suit is fire.
Yeah, it is fire. Oh,
like seriously. So like, I'm seriously thinking when he's like, don't cave to, to that, that we're talking about, like, nostalgia as far, like the guy just mentioned George Reeves.
Yeah.
For goodness sakes. And he's saying that it's the nostalgic people who wanted the black suit Superman that are to blame for this whole thing. And that we shouldn't do it. Then this guy named Michael, and this is where my real problem happens. People say, people started talking about that the character needs to evolve, and that things are going to change over time, and Superman needs to, not the core values of Superman, right? No, the core values of Superman need to stay, pretty much the same. But this guy named Michael comes back and says, no, he doesn't. This writer can go F himself.
That's an argument.
And I was like, oh, wait, Michael. Yeah, that's mature and very Superman-like of you.
And these are grown men on Facebook?
These are grown men. These are grown men. I kid you not. And he says, anyone who thinks Superman needs to change in any way to make him darker are not worth even mentioning. If you feel if you feel that way, you fail in that category. I don't pull punches.
Okay, so how is Man of Steel any darker than a movie that comes out today?
I don't know.
And what's dark about Man of Steel? I don't get it.
Even Harry Potter was dark. Okay, so don't even go there,
dealing
dude.
with dark magic and all that stuff. I mean, like
from number 3 onward, that was a very dark series. Okay,
but I don't know what people say. Like when people say Man of Steel is dark, like what do you mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm just trying to understand that.
I think they're talking about it was desaturated. So
yes, the suit was dark. The suit was a darker
color
blue
scheme, maybe, but other than that, like the tone of the movie was not.
Yeah,
it was hopeful. What are you talking about?
Hey, and so then I replied, LOL. Yeah, thanks for telling me and putting us all in our place. You go. And look, in its defense, there were people who were actually supporting what my comments were, and then this Michael guy says, Enosh, if you want Superman to change and make him like every other hero, you're not a real fan. Now go away.
Oh gosh, well, that's always the last resort.
Yeah.
Another thing is that people were complaining that in Superman Returns, there was no fighting. There was no physical violence.
Exactly.
And they complained about it. And then, so they said, okay, well, Man of Steel, we're going to show Jor-El kicking butt. We're going to show, Michael Shannon kicking butt. We're going to show Henry kicking butt. And it's like, no, we don't want violence. Hold on, wait. You wanted violence, and then you don't want violence. But the thing is people just want to complain to complain. People feel like they need their voice to be heard for some reason because no one at their house is listening to them.
Exactly.
Probably because they live alone. But still, no one in their house is listening to them.
The cat's tired of hearing it.
I love these comments. Amparo, our newest member here on the channel, thank you again, says, we evolve, so should the characters. And Barcelona B says, Black Suit Superman is... and Jack Pierre says Man of Steel is a masterpiece. Gavin Cooley says Black Suit Superman is my religion.
Well, we would have gotten Black Suit Superman if they'd have made the Tim Burton one.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't understand. It just doesn't make any damn sense to me.
And I love
how could you be a Batman fan if you're not down with with the character changes? It makes no sense.
Yeah, well, you can't be a Batman fan unless you still love just the Adam West version of Batman.
Only
Adam West. We're not moving it on at all from there.
I mean, they had earlier versions of Batman. The black and white version where you had Batman and Robin, and and they were they were silent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, you've had many different iterations of these characters. You have to understand that if you like something, go get it. Go buy the Blu-ray, go buy the 4K, and love it.
Yes. And that's the thing is, like, I don't see. Here's the funny thing about this. This guy comes at me, and he just keeps coming at me harder and harder and harder. You're going to see this, and you're going to see it devolve, I should say. but that's the thing. It's like I don't have a problem with with what he likes. Like seriously, like dude, like what you like. If all you like is George Reeves, love George Reeves. If all you love is Christopher Reeve, love Christopher Reeve. Nobody can take those movies away from you. Those movies are there.
Unless you don't have physical media, right?
That's true.
Because they're changing things now, and that is a crime.
Yeah.
To go back to change different media from what from what you've seen, what you remember, or whatever. I mean, same thing like with Enosh. Enosh got this despecialized edition of Star Wars on Blu-ray.
Right there,
and it's within arm's reach, of course.
Nice.
Look at it. Look at it.
He has it, and that is what you need right there.
Look how nice it looks. You need. Thank you, Zod Rider. Look at how good this looks.
That looks amazing.
It looks like I bought it.
So
it looks like
jelly.
I bought it, man.
I am so jelly.
It looks like I bought it. Oh my gosh, look at that artwork.
Oh my goodness.
Like those of you listening on the podcast, I'm so sorry that you guys can't see this but go back on YouTube Poindexter Lounge and watch this video then, because oh my gosh, this is just a thing of beauty. If you love Star Wars, if you love, I can't wait to dive into this and watch this. So,
and by the way, for those watching, Rel McMillan is 5'9".
Nice. But I love Rel McMillan says those were fighting words once Enosh heard that. And so and Dr. Fate says, Enosh, your shows are always fire, bro. Thank you. And check it out. See, you guys know me. Gavin Cooley says Enosh is a definition of a Superman fan. He's been to Metropolis, for crying out loud.
I know, right?
Right.
That's
right.
Awesome.
We're going to talk about that a little bit at the end of this too, because we're going to fully support Zack Snyder here with the channel. But so this is what it goes on to. Basically, I come back and I just said, hey, look, I don't want him to be like every other hero. He's awesome on his own, but that doesn't mean that he has to stay one way for all time. And I'm good. I won't be going anywhere soon. He told me to go away. I said, I'm not going anywhere. Like I love Superman, and like Superman, I stand my ground for what is right. I said, now go and read the last 30 years of Superman comics and tell me how Man of Steel isn't your Superman, for crying out loud. Know your source.
Right.
He says the world around Superman, Enosh, changes. He does not. If you understood the character, you would know this.
That's not even remotely true.
Yeah, he never changed. Nothing changed about him.
Nope. And then he comes in, he says, but then I love this because, hey, let's hear it from Michael, because he found the Poindexter Lounge. He never said a word about the Poindexter Lounge, never brought up the Poindexter Lounge, never hinted that I had a YouTube page or a YouTube channel or any of those things, never said a word about it. But the guy found the Poindexter Lounge, and he says, so your Poindexter Lounge must be worth crap. I'm paraphrasing there. Or you are, because you obviously don't know the character and how it actually works. Don't come around Superman fans who actually know what works and what doesn't, young man. To which I'm thinking, this guy must be old, right? Like,
you're fighting with a boomer here.
Yeah, like I'm 44 for God's sake, and I'm like,
good Lord, you're old.
Yeah, right. Like, hold on a second. Like, hold on a second. This guy's got to be like, well, I mean, if he's fighting for, George Reeves Superman, he must be really old. The guy the guy's like younger than me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. And I'm like, hold on, young man. Well, first of all, I'll take the compliment. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I moisturize. I go through a regimen, and I appreciate except for when I'm only getting 2 hours sleep for 4 days, right, Ryan?
Oh God. But hey, you know what? It was well worth it, but it did kind of feel like a dream.
I know, it was so quick. It was so quick. By the way, guys, I started putting together the video, all the behind the scenes video and stuff that we shot while Ryan and Dawson and Anthony and Cylon Scotty and Sophie were here, and I've got an hour's worth of video and footage, and so it's going to be a nice little documentary of our the greatest weekend ever. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Nice. So then some other guy chimes in and says, Oh no! Now they're going to gang up on me. And let me tell you something. I can handle it. Leon, some guy named Leon says Clark Kent in any comic would have saved Jonathan Kent if he had a chance. He would have given his life to save his father. That's where Man of Steel is wrong and got wrong. And then this Michael guy, also says, yes, he would know if he actually read any type of Superman comic book, meaning me, that I would know this if I actually read a Superman comic. Ryan, you want to tell him what Enosh does when somebody challenges my comic knowledge?
He goes to his arsenal and he pulls out the comic in question and shames you publicly.
Yeah, this is Superman 15. All right, he doesn't do that. Okay,
right? Like I love Fatal J, but Fatal J, he got some things wrong about a certain character, and I had to pull out my comic. I had to grab out one of my long boxes and pulled that out, and we just took care of it, and we're all good. But so apparently I have not read a Superman comic, and so there's all these other guys, who have a problem with it, and complaining and stuff, and they all go down the list. And so then I just say, look, I didn't like the new 52 either. They're going off on the new 52, and I said, look, I didn't like it. I'm trying to find some peace with the guy. I said, for exactly the reasons you mentioned. I said, I take issue with the fact that you act like you have some kind of superiority, though, and dismiss everyone else's fandom or personal opinions about a character that has changed and evolved over 80 years. I respect people's opinions and don't try to tell them that they are wrong simply because it's not my preference. That's what the Poindexter Lounge is all about. Respecting each other's opinions and coming together as fans instead of pushing these ignorant arguments about how only your Superman is the right Superman. There's not just one version. That's the beauty of the character. He's timeless, yet reflects his time. He is definitely a product of the 30s, and yet he is not trapped by that definition. You insulting me personally and acting like a child shows that it's you who doesn't really either understand the character you claim to know and love.
Wonka. It was you who drank fizzy lifting drinks.
Or you just don't care about the values that he has always championed, regardless of iteration. For me, the John Byrne retooling is my Superman. It doesn't have to be yours. But you have to respect my opinion. And yes, you do have to, or you, one, come across as a jerk who doesn't know the character you say you love, or two, I'm not going to listen to your ridiculous claims and insults. Thank you for calling me a young man and trying to dismiss my thoughts without actually even knowing anything about them. That's funny. You telling me that I don't know Superman is laughable at best. The difference between you and me is that I try to live up to the morals and code by which the greatest hero ever was created for. Thanks, but no thanks for your negativity.
Good day, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know exactly. Etc. Etc.
Then Michael comes back and says, Enosh, you certainly don't fight for Superman allowing garbage to be shown if that is the case. Trash like Man of Steel, New 52, Injustice all have to be shut down by the fandom and not allowed. Not allowed. Because it is an alternative take on the character. And that's exactly what he said. Literally, all of it needs to be shut down just because it's an alternative take on the character. So you can't have Elseworlds. You can't have any other kind of iteration at all because Michael says so.
Yeah, I mean, and even in the 52, there's some things that came out about that, are actually good ideas, Yeah. And I mean, all it gets the creative juices flowing, pumping, because I mean, all we're doing, to be honest, is regurgitating a character who's been with us for nearly a century, and we're just trying to make it unique either for our time or make it still interesting to read or to watch. Yeah. So you got to put them in different situations. Like for me, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Kevin Costner not being saved from the tornado, but I think that the Christopher Reeve, I forget the character's name that played Jonathan Kent. I think
Glenn
the heart
Ford.
attack. Yeah, I'm sorry, Henry Ford.
I think it was Glenn Ford.
Glenn Ford. You're right. Glenn Ford. I think the heart attack put Cal in a different situation where his powers are useless.
Yes.
There's nothing he could do. Whereas with Kevin Costner's interpretation, he had to respect his father. It's not that he couldn't go out there, but his father said no. If his father said, save me, or I'll fall onto the ground. Cal could have used super speed. I'm sure he knew how to do it at that point, at that time of his life. He knew he had abilities. Of course he did, because he squeezed he pushed the truck out, or the school bus out of the water. So he knows he's super strong. He knows he can do these things, at the age that Jonathan died. So, he could have, but he had to respect his father's wish.
Well,
so that's two different things.
I love your.
He didn't want to reveal himself, and then we find out what happens when he eventually does.
Yeah, the world hates him.
Bruce Wayne goes and buys kryptonite and tries to kill him.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I like what Mark said. I guess this guy's not a fan of James Bond, then, huh?
Oh my gosh.
You can't have different iterations of the character.
Sean Connery and nobody else.
Right? Only
No
Sean.
Timothy Dalton.
Well, I will say that I might be able to get behind that one.
George Lacy.
Only I can be. Only I am 007. Only I can be James Bond.
Yeah.
But Tough Commander here says, sounds like this guy is just being a gatekeeping retrobait who can only throw ad hominems against Enosh's rock wall arguments.
Yes.
Love that. Also, Rel says here, can you imagine if these people who feel this way about Superman had the same energy towards the MCU? They take liberties all the time when changing characters. For example, Thor in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they used in the MCU, they used Chris Reeve as a stepping stone, as a foundation, and that's why you get these cookie cutter characters. The characters are very surface. There's not that much depth to the character. That's why, like, I started seeing this and kind of early on, but then it was really apparent, like Ant-Man and Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
When those two movies came out, I was like, wait, this is the same movie, except you're just changing the characters a bit. I was like, it's the same movie.
It's like they tried a character study in Iron Man 3, but it fell flat. It was like
they did. They tried to go deep and they came up shallow.
And to be fair about Thor, before Thor Ragnarok, he was the weakest link out of the Avengers movies. And then, Kevin Feige, I'll give him credit. He's like, okay, look, Thor sucks. What can I do with this character? Okay,
I liked the first one. I thought the first one was fun.
No, that shit was trash. I'll make him comedic.
The truth is lying. He's a liar.
What?
I'll make him comedic. And guess what? After Thor Ragnarok, people love Thor. Like, he was one of the best parts in Infinity War.
I did not like Ragnarok. I thought it was too childish.
I actually kind of like.
There were sequences that I liked. Like the Willy Wonka part. Like the smoldering fire and whatever. The interactions with Hulk and Thor. Those are the things that I did like. But
I love Jeff
a lot of it I didn't.
Yeah,
I like Carl Urban.
I like Thor better.
My stuff.
I like Thor better in the later versions in Infinity War. And then Fat Thor. I thought that was funny.
You know what I like? I like Rel's comment here. He says Enosh is like Batman. He has a contingency plan for everything when it comes to debating comic book knowledge. And then Geek says Enosh is a beacon of hope. And then you know what else I love? I love the fact that Mark Moran is right here with a comment. They're talking about kryptonite kyber crystals and whether in the chat whether or not Superman could stand up to a lightsaber. And Mark Moran was our very first member here at the channel, and then right under him is Amparo's comment right here that says, Enosh, you opened up the vault and destroyed them with the mother box of proof. And so I love the fact that our very first member and our latest member are right there in order.
There you go, Alpha and Omega.
Absolutely.
Mark was asking, would a lightsaber harm Superman? And I said, if it was the kyber crystal was a kryptonite instead.
Yeah.
But would the kyber crystal, or not kyber crystal, would the kryptonite emit a laser?
I would think so, because in the book Master and Apprentice, Obi-Wan's crystal gets swiped out with a lesser crystal that doesn't cut like normal, but it cuts through the shields that they're using, so it ended up saving the day. It's actually a pretty good book too.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Young Obi-Wan with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Nice. Okay, so and then Music Man says here, if Clark sacrificed himself for his father, he wouldn't have become Superman. So what is this guy talking about? Well, we're going to get more into what exactly this guy is talking about. Mark says old school. So another guy named Daniel is actually has some very smart things to say in here. He says, look, to each their own. If we all agreed, it would be boring. If they had let Snyder see out his original vision without studio interference, history would have judged it as the best superhero saga put to film. If the fans that can't see past the comics or wait to see how things turn out, it's the fans, he says, that can't wait to see how things will turn out before criticism, which Michael comes back and stops and says, when it takes 3 movies to see anything that actually resembles Superman, we have a problem. Snyder had 3 movies to get it right and still wasn't getting it right halfway through the 3rd. So WB
through the 3rd?
Yes. So WB did the right thing and crap canned him. Because I'm not going to use that word. But then Daniel comes back and says, hey, wait. They didn't crap can him. His daughter committed suicide. The stupidly repeated argument of he's not Superman and Man of Steel is useless. He's not meant to be Superman. He's not meant to be acting like him. He's on a journey. He would have become Superman by the end of it and been the character that people know. People keep saying he's not Superman. He's not Superman. He's not meant to be. That's the point that people don't seem to understand.
That's why it's called Man of Steel.
Exactly. Okay. So then somebody comes at me because like I defended myself against Michael, but then this Todd guy comes in and apparently has issue with me and says, Enosh, you say you respect everyone's opinion, yet you're on almost every comment up to this point anyway, giving a smart answer. Come on, man. To which I said, you know what? I do respect everyone's opinion.
He sure is inflecting.
I know. I do respect everyone's opinion, but I said that does not mean that I limply lay down when a bully is spewing garbage and attacking people simply because they enjoy something different. That is what's happening here. Like what you like. But you don't get to act like you're superior to everyone else because you think your opinion is somehow more important. All the little laughing emojis, because everybody on every like comment that I leave and other people leave, it's always a laughing emoji or a mocking thing. I said, so all of the little laughing emojis, all the flat out rude and personal attacks on people who love Man of Steel. Yeah, I'll stand against that because I understand why people love the classic Superman of yesterday. And I love that Superman as well. But I also embrace the new stories that can be told. And I see the benefit of Man of Steel and BVS. That doesn't mean that I don't know Superman. Some people just want to hate Zack Snyder at any cost, then point the finger at me because I defend my opinions. There's a difference between respecting others' opinions and giving in to terrible people. And now Michael comes back with 5 laughing emojis. Ha ha! Ha ha!
He got you.
Yes. And he says, you could like whatever the heck you want. And I'm far from a bully. Go cry in someone else's cup. I'm just calling you out on your trash and the trash that you like and that hurts the character. You have a problem with that? Maybe you need to grow thicker skin, tinfoil man.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. to which I posted a picture of. And maybe I can. I've got to show you guys the image that I posted along with my comment.
Does this guy work at a dispensary or something? Because you really shouldn't be sampling the product that much.
He's typing this out while he's eating a bucket of paint chips.
Oh, mama.
Yes. Oh, dang it! I can't. You know what? I'm gonna have to do it soon because StreamYard won't let me.
Man, how come I can never get into arguments like this? It's always over sports. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, so I can bring this up.
To which I responded, touchdown.
That's right.
Right. So you all
emojis.
So you all know this picture right here.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all know this picture right here.
Yes,
of the
Great
bully.
scene.
Oh, I love this shot.
Yeah. So Clark puts the bully up on the counter in Superman 2.
I've never seen garbage eat garbage before.
It's like this orders to go, and then he pushes it back into the pinball machine and all that stuff. So I posted that picture, and along with this comment, I said,
Michael,
nobody's crying about anything. And you are completely ignorant if you think you know me in any way. You've accomplished nothing but proving that you're just an idiot and a jerk. I hate that it has to resolve like that, but you don't want a conversation. You just want to be right and insult others. So get out of here with that garbage. Take a good look in the mirror, because you're the kind of guy that Superman threw across a diner counter into a pinball machine. Go sit on your meatloaf. Oh, and get used to seeing more of the stuff you don't like. The entire Snyderverse is coming back in a huge way. So it won't be me crying. Take your head out of your butt. It smells better out here. Hashtag Snyder Cut. Hashtag HBO Max. Hashtag Zack Snyder's Justice League. Hashtag Jared Leto is back. Hashtag This Order is to go. Hashtag Sorry for the damage. Hashtag Oh, I've been working out.
You've been old.
To which he responded,
Enosh Fee, I and many others have accomplished plenty. We've accomplished plenty, as is seen in this thread, to keep Superman as he should always be seen. You're the one on the outside looking in, hoping for a bite. Now go play with your nerd squad friends.
happily.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to say, stay off YouTube from the hours of 8 to 11. You're going to get blasted.
So he said that you all are my nerd squad friends. And so I said, you say that word like it's an insult.
Squad up, man. We're going to roll.
Heck yeah. I said, I am a nerd. I stand for nerd culture. You stand for yourself. All I can see is someone who's failed if you really want to keep Superman in a box. He's the greatest hero that's ever been created. He's a hero for all. You can't box him. You're just too dense to get that. My nerd squad will continue to do what we do, and I have plenty to appreciate coming next year with the release of the Snyder Cut and the subsequent continuation of the DCEU. How's it feel to be beaten by a bunch of nerds? You're pathetic. You're pathetic. You haven't said a word of positivity. You're not a true Superman fan. You're a fan of power. You probably like the fact that he has big muscles and it can accomplish great feats, all the while forgetting that Clark Kent is the real person and Superman is the facade. Do you want Superman to be the focus and not Clark, so that you can turn him into just a big meathead like yourself? You don't get the character. It doesn't surprise me. I'm taking a look at you and reading what you have to say. To which he said, I wrote a big response, but you're not even worth it. Best response is to ignore you because your crybaby responses and your ridiculous love of things that only intend to kill the character. Goodbye, Tinfoil Man.
Oh, boy.
We're almost done here. And I put LOL.
There's more.
glad I'm living rent-free in your head.
It's still going.
You're the tinfoil man with your ridiculous conspiracies that Superman is being taken over. You're the kind of guy a real-life Superman would set straight. Your big truck would be wrapped around a telephone pole, you poor excuse for a fan. I know my worth and you don't dictate that. Your arguments are pretty worthless anyway. It's better that you keep them to yourself. Don't argue too much with the voices in your head. How pathetic are you to go after people the way you did over a superhero? I know it's Superman, the greatest of them all, but you're still a DB based on your actions. You've got some comics to read before ever stepping to me or anyone else for that matter. See ya. Then he comes back and he's like, listen, fake preacher man. Listen, fake preacher man, what man of God are you if you accept Superman allowing his father to die and breaking the neck of a villain, making him no better than those villains? I'll pray for your soul. 3 laughing emojis. And I'm like,
no better way to say I've had enough of this argument, but keep going.
Yeah.
To which I responded, Michael, now you're just a creeper and weird. There's a time when you have to fight, and yes, there's a time like in Man of Steel where Superman needs to kill Zod. Your version is insane. So glad God doesn't judge me the way your ignorant self does. There's nothing about Superman in the Bible. Superman killed Zod, not in cold blood, but in great anguish because he was never going to stop. Stop acting like you don't know what really happened, and you're not just pulling your own definition out of your anus. You don't need to pray for my soul because all that was taken care of a long time ago, sir, but I will pray for your sanity. To which he comes back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 laughing emojis and it's a picture of like the cool Jesus going like this, like the statue of Jesus, to which I posted back, I posted a gif of Judge Judy putting her head down saying, Lord help me with this one. And then I just said, yes, we're almost done. I said, why would you attack my faith in me personally? Because I'm open to different interpretations of Superman than you? So you just mock everything and act superior to everyone? Lord, look, I loved Reeve. He was my Superman. Superman means so much to me. I didn't have my dad growing up. I didn't have many positive male role models that cared about me. I looked at Superman, especially Reeve's interpretation, as what a man should be. I loved him not because of his powers or what he could do. I loved Superman because he always cared for those that he loved and did everything he could to keep them safe. That stayed with me for my entire life. When I had a son, I gave him the middle name Jor-El because the son becomes the father and the father becomes the son. And I just went on to tell him how I connected with John Byrne's version, how much the character means to me, that I respect his opinion and all that stuff. And then this is his final thing. Oh, geez. I was messing with you.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Don't take it to heart. That's the worst way to live life.
JK.
I was going to say, dude, nothing says I
LOL.
lost like going on to someone else's
Fatality.
profile to see what they do for a living.
Right? Which I love.
I'm just playing.
I love everybody in the chat right now. Mask of Shy says Enosh fatality. Cooper says fatality.
Finish him.
Hey.
like seriously.
Nice
And
small boy.
Mask of Shy says these people are stupid. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Right. Like Mr. Horror Junkie says Enosh is beating a dead horse at this point. He knows he already won.
Should have just been like, yeah, and Ray Fisher shouted me out. Mic drop.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yes.
Borg life.
And Ray Fisher, not Ray Fisher. Yeah, Ray Fisher shouted Max out.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
He did.
Nice.
A couple days ago. That was awesome.
Heck yeah. And so,
so proud of him.
like Goober says, Enosh, stop. He's already dead. But you know, so this just got me to thinking about this. It's like, how many of us have had to deal with this now for how many years? You know, where it's like we're not allowed to just enjoy what we enjoy. We're not allowed to just enjoy the fact that we like Snyder's vision for these characters, these people. It's the same argument that
if you don't like the Disney movies, you're not a Star Wars fan, or if you like the Disney movies, you're not a Star Wars fan.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, if you take that extreme, you know, and that's what you deal with, you live with, or whatever, then you can't get along with most people. You know.
Exactly.
I mean, you have to be able to acclimate to different things.
I know, Mike. I love Mark's comment here. He says it is about the comments about being a nerd. He says, "Wait, this is a place for nerds? Why don't you ever tell people that when they come to your channel?"
It would help.
Probably would help, so people knew right off. Mr. Horror Junkie says, if he's watching a nerd channel, would that make him a nerd? Dun dun dun. Then Rel says, that's what you say when you've lost the argument. I was just kidding, man.
I was just playing.
Pulling your chain.
Hey, we're still cool, right?
Right?
Don't
we're still
block
good.
me.
But yeah, I just, you know, like I know that there's so many of you guys out there who you feel this way too. You feel like you've been picked on, and this is not about being the victim. This is not about, you know, somehow having this, you know, victim mentality, because I don't like that either. I don't want us to go around acting like we're victims and whatnot. What I want is we got to stand our ground, right? Like when this kind of stuff goes down, I feel like too many times, like we felt in the past, like, well, you know what, we don't have the credibility to stand for what we like. All these people just run, you know, right over us. And I'm so glad that people are finally starting to stand up. I'm glad that there's people like the Nerd Queens, man, who put on Justice Con. And
I've taken my vow.
Take it, Ryan.
Fortune and everything goes with it.
I thank you now.
But it's been no better roses, no pleasure cruise.
What is happening?
You've never seen Revenge of the Nerds?
No.
Oh no! Oh, you've got to. That's a
We are the champions, my friend. keep on fighting till the end. We
are the champions.
We are the champions. Behind just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And Barrow's in there clapping her hands. Just, no time for losers, because we
are the champions
of the world. Yes, Goober, it's karaoke night at the lounge.
And if you stick around, it'll be Prince of the Universe.
Somebody save me.
Hold on.
Is that
Somebody save me.
Is that Smallville?
Save me.
Queen has a Save Me song. I could do that one real quick.
10 out of 10.
Please don't.
Yes.
No worries.
Encore.
Jack Pierre says 10 out of 10. That one Carlos says we are the champions, no time for losers, because we are the champions.
That's right.
Heck yeah. And look.
So yeah, when you were sounding like Gilbert earlier, and I just had to say something.
Gilbert.
Because we got to stand up for nerd culture.
Just
Have you ever been picked on, put down? just stand up with us.
Timothy Busfield on the electronic violin.
Oh yeah, with lambda, and omega mu.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Mark. Hey man, you have a good night, buddy. Mark out there hanging out in Hawaii.
Oh,
thank you, Mark.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Beautiful.
I understand why you got to run.
Hello.
Hey man, we're having a discussion tonight about the fact that we look these people who just attack. They're gonna have to. I mean, guys, don't you think at some point? I mean, they're just gonna have to look at it and go, okay, we're getting the Snyder cut. I feel like the Ayer cut is imminent. Like, I got all these people all of a sudden who are just like, oh, now they're going at the Ayer cut. They want the Ayer cut. That's a horrible thing to happen. I don't want the Ayer cut.
Well, we're definitely getting the Ayer cut. Number one, Leto is in Zack Snyder's Justice League now. And number two, Zoic Studios has just been credited for doing the post effects for Justice League and also for the Ayer cut. So it's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, man.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
And the hate is always the hate is always going to come, especially since, speaking of the Ayer cut, there was an entertainment article from I think it was like Vulture or whatever, and they said if 2020 can't be any worse, Jared Leto is going to come back as the Joker, and that's always going to be there. Like, for some reason they have this hard on for Zack Snyder and the DCEU, which I don't know why, because I don't know if it's a Disney thing or an MCU thing. Like, I have no idea what it is.
Well, I'll tell you
it's always going to be there. It's never going to change.
Well, I'll tell you this. I this is how I feel about people like that.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Where? When? Who?
You're so stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. UHF, that's so great. Oh
my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, this is their favorite place to eat. Let's hear it for the lunch trench.
All over town, people are talking about the lunch trench. It's the ditch where you can eat your food.
And that's what they've done. They've gone to the lowest place that they possibly can to basically be bottom dwellers and basically eat their food out of ditches. I just think, man, back to Justice Con, and with our good friend Wonder Meg, who me and Ryan just got to meet this last weekend, and she was at our event.
Wonderful.
Wonder Meg was right there. Yeah, she was right. She was literally right there trying to steal my my Gene Hackman figure. No, she's watching. Hey, what's up, Wonder Meg?
She was like inching
I know she was like trying to get out the door with it, like holding it. Oh my gosh, that was fun. That was so fun. Here she is actually with it right there.
Yeah, yeah. Look at her. Look at the determination in her eyes. She's like, just take the photo. I'm gonna knock it down.
If I kneecap this guy just right, I can get out the door.
Put the flash on. Put the flash on to blind him so he won't see me running out the door with it.
Yep.
She's like, Anthony, you got big muscles. You can stop him.
There she is right there. Absolute DC royalty.
Oh,
and it's cool that like we've got right after my grandma does a little thing. That's actually a drop that I have that actually with Zach talking about his film and like when he had this film done and all those things. And she's sitting right there, man. She's at Justice Con, man. She's part of that interview. She's part of those things. And
yep,
guys, like I look at that. And then I see these people who are just attacking. They're just butthurt about everything. And they're going to be even more butthurt when they realize that, you know what? It's not only coming, but when it's realized and it's here, and then the Ayer cut comes, and then we see even more things come along down the line. And here's what I've been telling everybody for all this time. Stop being so butthurt about everything. We can all have what we want. Look, you're getting Pattinson Batman, which is a different take on Batman now, a different direction on Batman. We're going to get multiverse stuff with the Flash, and we're getting Michael Keaton back. And now there's talk that Michael Keaton's going to do a Batman Beyond series on HBO Max, possibly. Like, so what's the problem? I mean, like, seriously, like, go ahead, Truth.
No, I think the problem is like they feel the toxic fan base won, and since we went at them. Because they were proven wrong for like over years and years and years. It's like they don't want us to be happy. It's like, oh, well, why are you rewarding these guys when they were just like toxic and they were bullying Warner Brothers? Yeah, fans were bullying a fucking billion-dollar company.
$100 million out of
that makes sense. Like,
how are we bullying them again?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, did you say 20 or 30 million? No, that's not enough. We're gonna get you if you don't give us $100 million.
Just mad Kathleen Kennedy's still in charge over at Lucasfilm.
She won't be.
Yeah.
2021, man, she's out.
Yeah. And they were always saying, like, why are you giving Zack Snyder $70 million? And you know what? I agree. He should get $100 million.
Exactly.
He should get his
first. You hear that? Warner Brothers.
Well, he should get
Warner Brothers.
He should get as much as he needs, as long as it's not in Republic credits.
I need something more real.
Well, I mean, like,
my trick's gonna work, gonna make all the money.
Is that you, Andy?
Right. Squeeze me.
even Waldo knows.
Oh man.
Always with you, what cannot be done.
We're just at a point, guys, where I just want to encourage people, because I know that a lot of people in the fandom come under attack on a daily basis.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until recently, actually, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't see a lot of it because, I mean, I don't focus on negativity myself, but
sure.
Yeah, after seeing something, was it yesterday? Yeah, or 2 days ago? Can't remember, but yeah, after seeing that, I was like, wow, man, people are really, really just douchebags, just for the sake of, sake of. There's nothing behind it. They don't have a real grievance.
No.
That nothing is legitimate that they're saying. But it's just, they just feel like they need to say it. Cause again, like, Truth was saying, and Enosh, I think you've said this as well, is just, they just want their voice to be heard, even if it's a foul voice. Cause they feel like it's kind of like a child, if you don't pay attention to them, they're going to start acting like douchebags. And then, cause they want to be reprimanded, they want to have that. But it's that same kind of mentality, but we can't reprimand them. But if we do give them that exposure or that attention in this situation, cause they're adults or, older kids or whatever, they feed on that and they're like, oh, if I keep going, I'm going to still get that attention,
mm-hmm.
And if you ignore it, then usually that'll, it'll wear thin and they, they'll move on to other things or whatever. But it's just trying to make sure, or trying to curve that person in to not paying attention to that narrative, because I mean, there's so much more positivity that you can focus on, and I think that it would improve your psyche a lot better if you just didn't give them the time of day.
This just in: Dodgers World Series champions, baby.
Oh, is that real?
My Dodger hat is out there. So if you guys don't know, I was originally from Las Vegas, and growing up, I was a Dodger fan. And I still am a Dodger fan. And Isaac, if you're watching the stream, take that. Told you. I love my son. But for like the last 3 years, I've been telling him every year, like when they took on, Houston and everybody, I've just been like, Dodgers are going to win. No, they're not. Dodgers are going to win. No, they're not. Well, guess what? 2020, Dodgers win. That's a good year for me. So I like that. So I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I'll take it for sure. Because I'm a big Dodger fan. Yes, Matt Jarbo. Real douchebags, just like Andy's ignore.
I mean, I can't be happy for the Dodgers because I'm a Giants fan, so that just doesn't work for me.
Well,
Sorry.
you know what? You could be like Rel and say not a Dodgers fan, but I'm happy for them. And see that.
I can't. I can't even try that one. Sorry.
Well, you know what? You're
a bigger man, Rel.
Don't be what we're talking about. Don't be a toxic douchebag then, or I'll have to just take you right out.
There you go.
Well, let me tell you about Kershaw, man.
Let's not. No, that's great. Yeah, no, I mean, like, look, and like Geeks Cosmos says, I was bullied on YouTube last month for supporting the Ayer cut.
Really?
And,
oh, crap.
It's just.
I feel sorry for you guys, man. I mean, that sucks.
Yeah, man. But you know what? Here's the thing, guys. Like stuff like this, like usually, like I said, I don't interact with a lot of this stuff. And I don't get into a lot of this stuff. This was just a guy that just like, thank you, by the way, LDG Pixels says, hi panel, great simul stream the other day. It was pretty epic. But yeah, I just, there was something about this conversation in particular, and I don't know what it was, but it was just like, with the way that this Mark character kept coming after me again and again and again, I was just like, you know what? Man, I've got to say something, because I'm tired of just being kind of spoken down to by other people just because simply I like something different. I try not to speak down to other people just because they like something different. And even my rebuttals to this guy, kind of putting him in his place, are not because of his likes. It's not because of what he enjoys. I'm happy that he enjoys it. But for his just attacks and the way that he's presented himself. And look, if he's a Superman fan, if he claims to be a Superman fan, I would think that we would want to present ourselves in a way that is up to our hero's standards.
Right.
Especially if you're going off the Silver
Chris
Age,
Reeve.
Christopher Reeves, man, like really. Although I will say this, and I said this, and I think
George Reeves is toxic.
Canceled.
Canceled.
But we were talking about this. We were talking about this earlier, and I just said, before we went live, and I just said, I think it's funny. Like, they're so worried about Superman breaking Zod's neck in that moment where he's trying to save that family, and he has this moment of anguish afterwards, which is just one of the most powerful scenes in a movie, man. Just Superman just showing his anguish after having had to take a life. And yet then you have Superman 2, where literally Superman takes away the powers of the three villains, Zod, Non, and Ursa, turning them essentially into regular human beings. Then absolutely, like, when their powers are gone, and he could literally just walk up to them, take them all into custody, fly them to Metropolis, put them in jail, and there's not a thing that they can do about because they've lost their powers. But no, Superman does this whole extravagant, over-the-top acting job, comes in, and I love it because it's funny. But like, I love it when he even comes before Zod, and he's like, and now kneel. And Christopher Reeve is just like, he breathes out, and he's like, and he kneels down and he takes Zod by the hand. He's like, now pledge your allegiance to Zod. And and he crushes this man's hand, this weak, regular human hand, just crushes it into a million pieces. You hear the shattering. Hand bones don't normally sound like that, ladies. It doesn't usually sound like bubble wrap going off. And he literally does this to Zod, crushes his hand right there in his, picks him up by the belt, flips him upside down, tosses this regular human being, mind you, once more, into an ice shelf, which falls down into the abyss, God only knows where, killing him, and then aids, basically, and is an accomplice to the murder of Ursa while he watches his girlfriend proudly punch the woman in the face, knocking her into the abyss.
Murderer. We don't know if they actually died.
All while Superman has a bright smile on his face. While they watch Nan, the idiot, while they watch a man with mental disabilities try to fly into the air while falling into the abyss, also to his death. But that's okay.
And it's funny because
you assume they died. They didn't die.
They are so dead. Where did they fall? Was it one of those nice little bouncy houses? Feet. It was a bouncy house. It was they fell into Superman's bouncy house at the bottom of the
a nice soft mattress at the bottom.
Yeah, it could. We haven't really explored the home of L.
It was one of those silver beds.
They could have slipped into like a cell.
Maybe.
He still has a broken hand.
He does have a broken hand. That's true.
And I don't know if it's.
Cooper says they're still
falling.
Music Man says clap, 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 clap. Yes, finally someone said it about Superman 2. Thank you, Enoch. Also, one more thing about Superman 2. How does anybody get it on in that crazy silver bed?
Magic.
Yeah, no. The silver bed's awesome. I would do it. I would totally.
Well, how about that honeymoon suite, though, huh?
With the bed movie?
Yeah, that was great.
I'm down with that. That's what I'm down with.
Bearskin rug,
I know. You know what I've always wanted? I want a Cookie Monster rug.
Heck yeah.
That would be legit with the little eyes that.
So what you're saying is this man right here wants to kill Cookie Monster.
Yeah. I love Cookie Monster, but I would
make a rug out of
and make a rug out of it.
Ow.
Well, yes, and Cristiano says exactly, Enosh, they're okay with him killing people in Superman 2, but since it's Zack Snyder, people have a problem with it in Man of Steel. I don't get it. I don't get it either. I just it's all in perspective. Christopher says death lurks beneath the fortress of solitude. And Jack says that's dark.
But it's funny because I don't know if in the Richard Donner cut, I think Zod lives, doesn't he? Like everybody lives.
In the Richard Donner cut, at the end of the movie, or what it was supposed to be was, how Superman reversed time and the Earth, spun backwards. Again. That was supposed to be at the end of no, it was just supposed to happen one time. Yeah. And it wasn't supposed to be in Superman 1. What they did was they condensed it.
Yes.
Kind of like Justice League. They condensed it down to one movie, and then they had all this extra footage, and they hired Richard Lester because the Salkinds had issue with Donner, and so they fired him and brought on Lester, and he took that old footage that Richard wasn't finished filming. Yep. He wasn't finished filming his entire Superman opus. Opus. And so Lester came in, gave us the honeymoon suite scene, and gave us so some other things. I like what Lester did too. I like to they did the thing where he falls into the water, or where Lois falls into the water. He has to save her and all that. They added a lot of extra, like the whole Niagara Falls sequence. But yeah, no. So at the end of the movie, Superman was supposed to reverse time. Yes. Which, if he did kill Zod and Nan and Ursa, then that would have reversed as well. I'm assuming because he reversed time. So maybe they would have been trapped somewhere, somehow, or whatever. Or maybe because I don't know if the end sequence, because I know that the fake Superman shield that Chris ripped off his chest and threw it. Who did he throw it at?
Yes.
Nan?
Yes, he threw it at Nan.
Yeah.
The cellophane S. Yes.
Yes. That wasn't Donner. That was Lester.
Yeah.
So actually, that whole sequence was Lester. That wasn't Donner.
Yeah.
And
No, I
Lois
get it.
shooting Clark, that's Richard Donner, right?
Shooting Clark was Donner, yes.
That's pretty dark.
It's blank.
Yeah, because
though.
if he had not been the same, or if he had not been, Cal, then he would have died.
Would have been dead. Lois would
That would
have
have
been
been
a murderer.
yes.
Lois
She
would have been a
murderer.
murderer.
Incarcerated. Lois Lane incarcerated.
And also, I mean, if
Pulitzer Prize winner incarcerated.
If Clark isn't Superman, she just committed suicide. That's pretty dark too.
Yeah.
Suicide in a yes.
Oh, it was blanks. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
It was blanks. Okay, no, it wasn't
She
that
tricked
dark.
him.
It wasn't that dark.
Just
He
like a
tricked
woman.
us.
I'm just kidding.
Christopher says, why wouldn't you get it on in a silver bed within a crystal fortress?
Exactly.
Put on some Al Green.
How does that? Yeah, you don't see a silver bed and you don't go nuts.
No, hey, I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying that bed is a little weird. Like as far as like the way it looks like a hammock. And look, there's a lot of things that you see that you think, yeah, I could do that. And then you get in there and like the whole thing's like flipping
When
around
I was a
and
kid, I didn't know that they had sexual relations.
Oh.
I was just like, oh, they're sleeping.
I
had no idea.
Superman.
I was like, Superman got it on.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
More
did.
faster than a locomotive.
Oh no. Oh no.
You gotta watch Mallrats.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Oh my god.
Handle that. It would go right through her back.
But at that time, he didn't have his powers, though, right?
this video just and audio just got demonetized. Every time you do a live stream, YouTube puts it on limited, and then you have to like have somebody like supposedly physically like look at it and watch it. And Ryan, I was asking Dawson the other day, like, hey, did your video of our epic crossover stream get limited? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out why our video got limited. And then it said that somebody actually watched it and limited it. I'm really starting to think. I'm literally really starting to think.
We had that one person, that put up, these dislikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Flagging you?
Yeah. That's
it's just
Cylon
weird.
found.
It's just weird. I'm really starting to think that there are Snyder Cut haters working at YouTube because like literally
limited.
Well, no, it's on my. Are you monetized?
No, of course not.
Yeah, we'll see. When you're
that many subs.
Just gotta rub it in.
Yeah. Oh, you're not monetized?
That's not how I meant it. That's not how I meant it.
Cash App.
Yeah, I know, right? Cash App.
Jeez. Well, I mean,
that's why I can't see it. Okay, close window. So never mind.
Well, you're gonna mention it. The Cash App is there. All those links are in the description below.
Do it
in the description below. You can either Cash App. Obviously, there's always super chats. There's all of our wonderful Patreon supporters. We appreciate all of you guys.
We love this content. Support Enoch.
Absolutely. Patreon supporters, members are welcome to our newest member tonight, which of course is Amparo. You're awesome. But yeah, this was an epic stream right here, man. This was so much fun. We had a blast.
Anthony looks so pissed. Yeah. And that is an awesome room. Oh my gosh, you guys, y'all see it there and you see it behind Inasha on the live stream here, but you don't know the how. I mean, there were things, I kept finding new things every time I was in the room. I was like, oh, you got this. Like, another 10 minutes later, oh, wow, look at that. There's Cylon. Yeah, God, there's so much stuff everywhere.
Heck yeah.
Sophie. Oh, who's that guy? Oh, and Tiftastic's in the back.
There she
is.
Oh,
she's what do you call it?
Photobombing.
Photobombing, yeah, she's photobombing.
It did get a little weird when Ryan put these clothes on.
Yeah, I can't believe you got that.
But hey, guys, I've been meaning to talk about this for a while, and I thought that this was the perfect opportunity since we are supporters of Zack Snyder. A lot of you remember that this summer, me and my family, we went to Metropolis, Illinois, and we went to the Superman Museum, and this was an awesome trip, and I still actually have to put the video footage together of this and actually show you guys our experience. And I'm going to do that hopefully this week. And I know it's been like one eternity later, but what can I say? But here's the thing. So we went there, and at the Superman Museum, just outside the Superman Museum, they have a brick walkway. And on those bricks, there's a lot of those bricks that have been etched with various names and stuff, things that people have done in memory of certain people or in honor of certain people. And there's some celebrities that actually have them there as well. Like Lou Ferrigno has one that he has on there. And then if you guys are into wrestling, Jerry the King Lawler, who's an amazing artist apparently, and has done comic books and stuff like that. He's got one there. And so there's a couple other celebrities, but this is what they look like. This is the pathway, and you can see here, like that you know, people have done them in memory of different people. And
how much are those?
The big ones
compared to the small ones.
So that's what we're going to get to, because I want to do a big one, and I brought this up to everybody, you know, a couple of months ago, and said I want to do one of these in honor of Zack Snyder's family. And we're not going to, you know, get into the whole thing. We're not going to like call out his daughter by name. We all know what happened to his daughter, but just to the Snyder family for all their contributions to the Superman mythos. And I'd like to do the full on thing here, because the small bricks there are nice, you know, like $100, $200, you know, whatever, you know, if you put a, you know, little thing on there, whatever.
Then that should
couple $100, couple $100. Yeah, well, no, the small ones might be a little bit more. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked, but I just remember the big one because that's really the one I want to focus on.
Yeah.
So the big one, to do the full out thing, to be able to put what we want to put on there and have it etched with a logo, is going to be $600. Okay. And so the way that I look at it is this: there's enough of us and there's enough people who said, hey, I'd like to get behind it. And it doesn't matter how long it takes us to raise the money, right? But we're going to do it specifically that if you donate to the Poindexter Lounge and you specifically put aside and you say, this is for the Zack Snyder brick. And we'll set this up and we'll talk about it. And I promise you that every dime that comes in for the Zack Snyder brick will go towards this brick. This is not going to go towards us. This isn't going to I got to probably figure out a way if to probably double verify that, you know, so that everybody can be aware of that. But this is for now, this is what we're doing. And we want to put one of these bricks together, and we want to have this dedicated from the Poindexter Lounge, from all the people at the Poindexter Lounge to the Snyder family. And we're going to, like I said, put something on there just thanking them for their contribution to the Superman mythos and for what they mean to us. Because look, Zach, even with all these crazies having their way and saying all their stupid stuff about Zack Snyder and how he doesn't understand Superman and stuff, one of the things that I've realized over the last couple years is Zack Snyder probably understands Superman. And especially, look, if you watch his watch-alongs for Man of Steel and for Batman v Superman, that guy understands Superman a whole lot more than most people understand Superman. So so this is what we want to do. So awesome. So anything that comes, this is what I would suggest. Probably don't do it as a super chat if you're going to give money to this. I mean, if you do,
we have our first donor.
Yeah,
too late.
Oh, hey, that's fine. That is fine. That's fine. And you know what? I'll make up the difference. Matt Jarbo
is awesome.
Matt Jarbo.
That is so cool.
Matt Jarbo did it. So I will make up just. And you know what? That's fine. That's fine. However you want to give it, I don't really care because whatever is there, like, I'm going to make it up anyways. And so it's fine. So, hey, Matt Jarbo, let's hear it for Matt Jarbo.
Yeah, man.
Look at Matt Jarbo with $25.
Awesome,
$25.
So cool.
That is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for that, man. That's good. So Matt Jarbo's kicking us off, guys. And we're gonna support Zack Snyder, and we're gonna put this in and do some good, right? So like I said, there's many different ways that you can give to the channel. All those are in the description below. Just make sure when you give that you mark it off, and we're going to have a running tally. Okay, so right now we're at $25. $25. Heck yeah!
That's it.
$25.
All right, now that we got the money for the break,
we totally got $25 out of Matt Jarbo. Awesome. No,
yeah.
But no, seriously, we will have. No, you're good, Matt. No, you're absolutely good. It's all right. So any way that you guys want to give is fine with me. I really don't care. I really don't care. So any way that you guys want to give, it's.
I'm going to send you a cashier's check.
We're gonna have a telethon. The release date.
Is it okay if I send you a post-dated check?
If you subscribe now to PBS, you get this back.
I tell you what, if I get 500 subscribers by the night,
we'll just do a telethon, just like nonstop.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I was just like
24 hours.
Where's the tally now?
1750 hasn't gone up in an hour.
Yeah, no, we'll have Matt and Enosh do the overnight shift because none of us will be awake.
Do the OnlyFans.
Yeah, no.
OnlyFans. Oh my God.
Well, I'll take my
After Zach's brick after hours.
There's Ryan's OnlyFans right there.
There you
Look
go.
at them nipples. Look at them nipples.
Look at that man meat, man. I got hairy chest, bro.
Oh, hey. That's what it's all about right there. That's a man chest.
Heck yeah. So we will keep a running tally, and in each video we will we'll announce where we're at until we get to that 600, and then we will order the brick. And so
so are these bricks that are on the ground, or are they
Yes.
upright, or
yes, they are on the ground.
Okay.
It's just a regular like walkway right next to right next to the place. In fact, I don't think that I have a picture of that because I took a picture just of the bricks close up, just taking a picture. But heck yeah, man, we're gonna knock it out of the park for Zach and his family. And I think what better place to have something like that than at the Superman Museum, because Zach doesn't have anything there. There's nothing that denotes Zach. I mean, and look, they've got things from his movies. They've got the jumpsuit from Batman v Superman that Lex Luthor wears.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, his number, I never noticed this before. TK421.
Well, see, Zach was making the movie at the time that JJ was making his movie, so they were doing references back and forth and having fun with that. So yeah,
heck yeah.
And JJ and Snyder are friends, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So TK421. That's this is a great reference, and so there's lots of good there, and so I would love to be able to see him get the recognition that he deserves, especially like, wouldn't it be great, guys, before the Snyder cut comes out, that we have this raised? And
how long does it take them to implement it?
You know what, they don't really have a time frame on there. I'd have to pull it up, and I can do that actually right now.
Yeah, because I mean, if we can get that before the movie is released on HBO Max, that would be something great that could be photographed and put online.
Heck yeah. So I will share this actually, and by the way, they are open daily still yet, and see right here, I'll share this so you guys can see exactly what this is. All right, you can see that right there, the Superman Museum Brick Sponsorship Program. Find out more. Ooh. Right there. There's the there it is right there. And we'll go ahead and click on this. Oops. And you can see there. You see them. They're laying on the bricks right there. Jerry Seinfeld has one.
Nice. He loves Superman.
Yeah. And so the Superman Museum Ham Brick Project. The world famous Superman Museum officially opened in 1993 as a principal attraction for the Man of Steel's official hometown of Metropolis, located at Superman Square. It has over 70,000 items representing the life's work of its creator, longtime Superman enthusiast and collector Jim Hambrick. Starting with a simple Superman lunchbox in his childhood, Hambrick has gone on to amass what is arguably the greatest collection of Superman memorabilia in the world. Since its opening, the Superman Museum has garnered nationwide and worldwide media attention. The Super Museum's exhibits span Superman's 80-year history and are organized according to the many different media portrayals of the character throughout that time, including comic books, Superman or newspaper strips, radio, movie serials, all the good stuff. Let's see. They have pretty much every toy. Yes, virtually every toy ever produced, and all that good stuff. So based on that, let's see, where is it? Okay, so here it is. Key to the new initiative, because basically they want to be able to keep the place around. and they need to always find new ways to improve the exhibits to make it larger, more interactive. And stuff. It says the key to this new initiative is the Superman Museum's brick fundraiser, which it is calling the Ham Brick Project, a play on words referencing the founder of the museum, Jim Hambrick. This fundraising project's goal is to expand the Superman Museum exhibits, preserve the items within the museum, and help beautify the Metropolis town square. Based on a program of sponsored bricks, such as are seen at the base of Metropolis's world-famous 15-foot-tall Superman statue and the Noel Neal Memorial, this newest initiative will provide the worldwide community of Superman fans with a unique opportunity to express their love and support for the Superman character with an individually customized engraved brick. These commemorative hand bricks will allow individual fans, families, groups, and businesses who are fans of Superman and the Superman Museum an opportunity to leave their mark in the city of Metropolis, a lasting tribute that will allow new and repeat visitors an opportunity to visit their bricks in person for many years to come. And then over here, it's got sponsor a brick. You go right there. And you hear it right here. You can see the brick right out. The brick.
So you're looking for the large name brick or the large logo brick?
So we're looking for the large logo brick. We want to put a logo of some kind on there,
like Man of Steel logo, or
that's what I was thinking. The Man of Steel logo. Man of Steel logo, because that's his mark.
He created that.
And so here's the whole thing. So the big 12x12 brick right there with logo. You can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So they started, you get a little 4x8 brick and just, get it to say a little something, for $100, and that'd be fine. But I think 12x12 brick with logo. And so that is what we plan on doing. And and then, you know what, when we order it, honestly, they've got this other option here. If anybody is interested, after we get into this, where you can actually get like a souvenir version of it.
Oh, nice.
If you want, so you can do that. But yeah, so that's what we're planning on doing, the 12x12 with logo, the $600 brick. And so that's the idea. That's the thought behind it. And so that's what we're going to do.
Nice.
And we're gonna do this thing up, and hopefully you guys come on board with this thing, and we get it done, and we get it ordered, and
we should be able to get this raised. I would say before the end of the year. Shouldn't be hard.
Oh yeah,
we just got to push it.
Especially with the holidays coming up.
Same thing with this bad boy here. I'm still doing
absolutely.
it.
Hey, absolutely, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
Still doing this.
Talk about it.
This is awesome. So Zod's dad just got his today, so I'm gonna blast that tomorrow. There's ACS. He's got his on. So basically, this is for showing support for Ray Fisher, right? I figured that it would be something great for the fans to wear and then post online as well, to show support for the issues that Ray's going through with Warner Brothers Pictures and the different entities that he's having to deal with in legal battles. So I was just like, hey, what can we do to sort of show support, hey, we stand with you, Ray Fisher. There's that I stand with Ray Fisher hashtag that is used a lot. And I was like, what would you do if he was actually, Victor Stone was actually, a real person that played football or whatever? Well, you get their jersey, right? So I was like, hey, let me put this jersey together, and all the proceeds go to afsp.org. So I get, there, Brian's got his.
Oh, out here. We can show Brian's there.
Yeah. Brian's got his. I've got his photo. I've already added it to the collection.
The True 31 is wearing his right now.
Yeah. His camera's broke. But yeah, so I get nothing at all. It all goes to charity, and basically it's just something to sort of, I know that, Ray already knows about this. He's retweeted me. Yes. He's retweeted Max. So he's fully aware that people are buying these things and wearing them. So I just think it's helping him out, psychologically, knowing that people stand with him, not just with hashtags and things like that, but showing support in different ways. And I figured that this could be a really cool way. So check out my Teespring store.
Can you put that link in the private chat, man? And you know what? And actually, I'm going to show people how they can do it right now.
All right, let me grab it for you and send that. But yeah, so I mean, I've gotten so many people who have bought it, and I've got so many people who've bought it as well, but haven't sent me photos yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so my photos don't match the amount of people who have actually bought it. Let's see. Let me get in here. So if you have gotten the shirt, just post it on Twitter. I was gonna say Twitch. And
by the way, if you're listening to the podcast of this episode, this will be in the description of the podcast.
There we go. I stand with Ray Fisher. Here it is. Copy the hate pop-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Teespring has pop-ups.
Look, I believe in us. I believe in us putting our money where our mouth is. And
supporting good content
and supporting good causes. And so this is definitely one of them. This is definitely something that I think you guys should support. That's why I got pictures of it up here for Ryan, because obviously, like Ryan said, look, this is not going towards him. The money that you give towards this brick is not going towards me, and it's honoring a man and a family who have gone through a lot.
Yeah, why not? Especially somebody that's brought so much to the mythos of Superman.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, he started this thing directing Man of Steel. So what better way than to buy a brick at the Man of Steel Museum, the Superman Museum, that'll stand the test of time, or until they have an earthquake up there, which probably won't happen. But what I'm saying is, it's a worthwhile cause. It's again. Something that, Zach, even just through the support, of the hashtag, release the Snyder cut. He said that's very impactful, so, I mean, seeing fans do something else, something, out of the box, that's not just, I'm just typing on a computer. I'm actually doing something.
Yes.
It's worth much more, in my opinion.
Heck yeah. And so here you guys can see on the screen, this is the I Stand with Ray Fisher shirt.
Yes.
Right here. And here it's, from Zeroh Fett. We know that guy. He says, I support the actor Ray Fisher. I put this t-shirt together for those of us that chose to stand with him. All proceeds will go to afsp.org. There are people creating a smear campaign narrative, and I wanted to do something positive for those who will call out this type of behavior. Integrity is greater than access media. Look at you trying to come up with your own little thing.
Nice little slogan.
And that little symbol down there it shows 100%.
Right here. Right here. I just hovered above it and it says your purchase benefits a verified charity. 100% of the proceeds will go to American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And look here. I'm going to go right here. You're there. XL. Add to cart. Just that simple. It shows right here. It's $29.99. And I mean, if you want to continue shopping, I don't know, you could maybe,
I do have a lot of other shirts there.
You got other shirts.
And those shirts do benefit me, but this is the one that will not benefit me. This will benefit Ray.
Heck yeah.
And AFSP.org.
So I'm just going to go here. I got PayPal set up, and then I'm going to, I'm going to unshare because I don't want it possibly pulling up any of my
Wait a minute.
We're going to be smart about this.
I bought like 30 shirts.
What the heck?
And they're all different sizes.
All right. How did that happen? I don't know.
It's all for a good cause.
Yeah, right. All right. So I'm in here now, and it's taking me to the checkout. It says, "Hi, Enosh." It's got my my address on here, and yeah. So I'm gonna do this.
You just bought it live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit pay now.
This
gonna process. It's gonna process right now. It's processing, and then I'll show it back up here. Whoops! Dang it! It's got my address on it. Don't want to show that. But dang it.
Can you zoom in? like on the browser? You zoom in on the browser.
Let me see. How does that
and
work?
then kind of crop that out.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off.
Sure.
I gotta get rolling.
Hey, man, yeah, we're ending the stream here.
Yeah.
But there you go. See, thank you for your purchase.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Awesome, man.
Nice.
Awesome.
For your purchase.
That is so
Thank you
cool.
for your purchase, and I will show you guys this. Like Ryan said, he's got my expected arrival date is November 10th to the 14th, so you're gonna get it, and then look here. Here's some of Zeroh Fet's other T-shirts. He's got some other cool stuff. I actually bought a couple of his T-shirts without even realizing it.
Well, not those on the bottom, just the ones on the top. Those are somebody else's.
I don't know whose those are. That's stuff about me. I was like, you got a Flint T-shirt? Like,
Yeah, keep calm, Michigan girl. So
yeah, I know. You got a Cyborg shirt. That Cyborg shirt is
Cyborg
fire.
Superman and
fire.
Kryptonian S from the animated Apocalypse War.
Heck yeah, look at that. Look at that. So that's all good and everything. And so we love everybody here on the channel. And so we just we support everybody. But don't forget
Yeah.
don't forget our good people right here, our own Poindexter Lounge.
There you go.
Stuff
There
like
you go.
that.
A place for nerds.
Exactly. But most importantly, don't forget this right here.
Fire.
We're gonna get the 12 by 12 logoed brick for Zack Snyder and his family in honor of them at the Superman Museum in Metropolis, Illinois. Thank you guys, everyone who joined us tonight. Look, we got to keep on standing up for what we believe in, right, and what we know is right, and that's what we're going to keep on doing. And so, look, whether or not you support Zeroh Fet's campaign there with the Ray Fisher thing, I think that's awesome. Whether or not you give money directly in Zack's name, whatever you do, it's not just about Zack Snyder. Zack has said even, that it's about the people who have supported and meant something to him this whole time and meant something to his family. And he even said, like, if his movie never even got seen, that at this point, the people who have come together and supported his family through this whole thing are the heroes. And that's what it's all about. And so I encourage you all to do the same. Do what you can and support others. Right.
That's
right.
We'll
do that. Thank you to the panel who joined us tonight. Brian, Master of None, tell everybody where you can be found, sir. And nice and clear so that the new podcast listeners can hear.
All right. My name's Brian Hill. I'm the Master of None. You can find me on my channel, The Master of None, on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. I think most of you guys follow me anyway, so I think we're having fun there. But yeah, no, it's good times. I like to talk about Star Trek. I like to talk about everything. So, I mean, if you want to come on by, come on by.
Absolutely, absolutely. Truth 31, tell everybody where you can be found.
You can find me at Twitter at Truth31The. You can find me on Instagram at Truth31. And you can find me on YouTube at Truth31. I have a YouTube channel mostly talking about DC comics, movies, animation. Be warned, I use a lot of charged language, so if you are a little sensitive to that.
It says Energizer, Duracell, Alkaline.
Still going.
Triple X, all that good stuff. You know how it is. But yeah, just follow me there.
All right. And the Wild Zeroh Fet.
Yes,
I don't even know why I came up with that. It's like on the videos that I was it's like, look at there, there's a Wild Zeroh Fet.
I've been rebranded.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on Pornhub. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So you can find me on my YouTube channel. I do cover a lot of DC and Star Wars and pop culture content with myself, my son as well. And you can also follow me on Twitter. If you do, have a listen to my podcast, my videos on YouTube. Please leave remarks. I love feedback, engagement. And if you like the content, please subscribe. It means a lot. And we'll see you next time.
That's right. And don't forget, you can always find us here at the Poindexter Lounge here on YouTube. You can also find us at Poindexter_Lounge on Instagram. You can find us at Poindexter Lounge on Facebook. And of course, Poindexter Lounge on Twitter, but just no E in the middle. So just the X. And follow us all on social media. All those links are in the description below. And we would love to have you do that because, we love having conversations throughout the week. You guys are great. Thank you to all of our members. And of course, our newest member tonight, Amparo. welcome again, Amparo. I'm
All right.
you as a member. That's awesome. She gets access to all these cool like emoticons and stuff. And actually, I'm going to be uploading a couple new ones. You can use my son to yell at people and have fun with that and all that good stuff. And so, and then if you just look at somebody with my my cute face,
disdain.
Like what in the world are you talking about? All right, be back here Thursday as my good friend and my good friend Johnny Pop and I will be doing yet another 2 cents on nonsense.
Right on.
Oh heck yeah, where we go after the nonsense of the world, and of course Kathleen Kennedy is our friend there.
That makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Well, we've determined that Doomcock and Mike Zeroh are like the guys in Weird Science taking a shower with Kathleen Kennedy. So,
no.
Wow.
That's
He's
disturbing.
got no chest hair.
And of course, don't forget we also have this coming back where we're actually going to let's talk Star Wars with me and Dawson from Nerdy in Many Ways and Goldman. We're putting together right now where we're going to talk episode 2 and discuss all of that good stuff. Also, don't forget to visit the Miley store on eBay, because every week we do a free comic book giveaway. Last night we gave it away to Garguts, who is a supporter of the channel. And all you got to do is answer the nerd question of the week. This week's nerd question. That's right. You ready for this week's nerd question?
Woo!
We're going to give it right now. Here's the start of it. Guys, why, or I should say, who is responsible for the destruction of the moon on Krypton in Man of Steel?
Ooh.
We're not saying it's hard. We're not saying it's hard, but if you didn't see a certain watch party, you may not know. So who is responsible for the destruction of the moon on Krypton in the movie Man of Steel? Just answer that question down in the description or down in the comment section of any one of our videos, and you are automatically put in the running for a free comic book, and we will do that. That's courtesy of the Miley store on eBay, where you get 10% off your purchase when you mention the Poindexter Lounge or toys are buy 2, get 1 free. And that's our good friend Crush It, who is always on these wonderful streams that we do. So guys, thank you again from the bottom of my heart. It is always good to have you guys here in the Poindexter Lounge. We love you. Thank you to my panel. You guys are awesome. You guys are just the best around. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
No, we appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I really do a lot. And of course, this guy right here.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Such an awesome time.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming by, Zever, to the Poindexter Lounge this last week. And we got to do this again real soon, because man, this was a lot of fun. Let me just
That
tell you.
was, oh man.
That was a lot of fun.
Good times.
Good times. Again, thank you to all of our Patreon supporters, all of our members. You guys are fantastic. We got to put another name up there. But thank you to everyone in the chat. You guys were awesome tonight. Thank you guys for all that you mean to the channel. We appreciate you all. And don't forget, we're going to raise this $600. Thank you to Matt Jarbo, who started us off with the first 25.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
We only need 575 more. Let's do it.
We'll get
Absolutely.
there.
Let's go. That's
on it.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Until next time, my name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Fett, reminding you that just like we talked about tonight, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't know what you're talking about when you say that you love a certain character because you like a certain iteration that's different than somebody else's. And don't put down anybody else for liking something that's different than you. Just learn to get over it and like what you like and let other people like what they like. And guess what? If you do that with respect and you do that with a good heart, then there will always be a place for you here at the Poindexter Lounge. And just ask Ryan. I mean, Ryan came over, he slept here, and you know what? He survived, and he lived to tell about it. All right, guys, until next time, stay nerdy. Bye-bye.